11 times the power of retinol. But is this true? Does this magical ingredient exist? People don't know what form of retinol they're on. What's the difference between retinal versus retinol? How did retinol become the most popular ingredient in terms of the vitamin A's? Now, what percentage of retinaldehyde should you look for in your products? Okay, you've maybe seen it all over the net. 11x retinol, 11 times the power of retinol. But is this true? Does this magical ingredient exist? Okay, now you're even going to want to take a screenshot here. This is an amazing slide. This is showing you your ultimate playbook for retinols. Check it out. Everyone's using a retinol. If you look at it here, it's at 10% strength. And it even says in the chart, mild effects. If you go up to 100% retinoic acid or tretinoin, that's high strength, but look what it says. Inflammation is common. Take a screenshot, and what I'm going to talk to you about today will reset your whole thinking about retinols. I found the study that they extrapolated it from. Yep, you all want more powerful, quicker, yet safer, less irritating, and less inflammation, and you want to look 10 years younger in 10 minutes, right? I know. Well, let's see which ones of those I can satisfy for you today. Now, this particular ingredient that's 11x retinol is a type of vitamin A touted to be 11 times faster and better than retinol that's in all of your products that you're using today. Interestingly, and great for me, it's a product that I've used for over 10 years now. You see, the effectiveness of retinol, at least up until now, has been long known and proven in the skincare industry. But what most people don't know or fully appreciate is that there are many forms of quote-unquote retinol, what people call retinol. Why is seemingly everyone on this product in the first place? Well, it increases skin cell and collagen production. Hence, it reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. But there's the big issue here. There are many types and everyone needs a different dose, meaning people don't know what form of quote-unquote retinol they're on, and we're all individuals. So some are going to use it every day, some use it once a week, and a lot of people don't know the exact dose that's in their product. We're going to talk dose today. So we need to first understand this simple chart. What's the difference between retinaldehyde versus retinol? Think of retinal and retinol as closely related molecular cousins. Both of the molecules are in the retinoid family and are key molecules in the retinoic acid synthesis pathway. You see, retinal is one step closer than retinol to converting to the retinoic acid form, and that's what your skin wants to see. It has retinoic acid receptors that interact with it to kick off all those anti-aging processes I talked about. On the other hand, retinol has to go through a two-step conversion process to get to the active form. It's because of this shortened process that retinal, in theory, should be much more powerful than retinol, right? However, like all things in skin science, there are caveats. Let's look at the study that I talked about where people are coming up with this from. Take a look. It's published recently in 2021 that performed a 1-to-1 comparison of retinaldehyde to retinol. A Korean research group had 23 subjects apply retinal on one side of the face, retinol on the other side of the face for 2 months, 8 weeks. For the first 4 weeks, volunteers used 0.05% retinal and 0.05% retinol. Then from week 5 to 8, the concentrations of both were increased to 0.1%. Subjects were then evaluated at the 4-week and 8-week mark for key skin parameters such as wrinkle depth, skin hydration, and skin elasticity. Exactly what we want. Here's the problem. 0.05% and 0.1% retinal was tested to be on par with retinol. They used the same concentrations of both. They found the retinal to be much more superior, 11 times faster to be precise. Specifically, check this out. Compared with the retinol-treated side, The retinaldehyde treated side showed a significant improvement of objective, that means measurable, assessments. Additionally, there was no adverse event associated with use of either the retinaldehyde or the retinol. So you can see, even though the retinaldehyde showed better effects and it's stronger, it worked quicker, neither one of them had side effects. So the question still remains, why would you use a retinol over a retinaldehyde? Can we then claim that retinal is 10x more effective than retinol? Well, no, and the comparison to retinol isn't the most applicable since retinol is typically used between 0.1 to 1%. The doses are not comparable in equal strengths, you see. Now, here is the great news for you. Despite that study being a little misleading, I find in my clinic with 3D imaging about a 21% reduction in the lines around the eyes and cheeks at 8 weeks with retinaldehyde. It's much more effective than retinol, even accounting for dosing. Is it 11x better or faster? Well, I don't think that's completely true, but it is a better ingredient. And here's the kicker. It's less inflammatory. I see people reacting less to retinaldehyde than retinol. So I do agree in a large portion with the study results that retinaldehyde is better. There's no question from what I see in my practice with real patients, with real measurements in real life. Remember, you can look at all the studies you want, but real life and studies often don't correlate. When they do, like in this case, it's a boost to our knowledge. Definitely go back to my oldest videos and you'll see I was using retinaldehyde, but you're wondering, well, if retinal is so much better than retinol, why did we bother with retinol in the first place? Great question. How did retinol become the most popular ingredient in terms of the vitamin A's? It's simple. You see, retinaldehyde is notoriously unstable. When I say unstable, it means it breaks down. Think of vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid. It's unstable too. Well, retinol itself is already an unstable ingredient, but retinaldehyde traditionally is even worse, to the point where tests initially, when they were testing retinaldehyde, tests were done on a 24-hour time frame because it degraded so quick. So it would never have lasted in the 2 to 3 months needed for your product to be used up. It would have been gone. Now products and ingredients, they're stable for at least 2 years, the ones that come to market in my practice and in my skincare line, along with most others. I do use retinaldehyde and retinol and retinol palmitate all in my retinaldehyde or retinal A serum for the face that also has avocado oil, and it is stable now. Thank you to science, and thank you for my team for being able to put this together for me so that I can offer these products to you. I have provided a coupon code for both of these products for you to use for the next few days. You'll find it pinned at the top of the comment section as well as the more info section below this video. Enjoy. Now, the next reason why you don't see it used a lot is because it's an expensive ingredient and it's difficult to formulate. But when you say, and you add up the fact that it's difficult to formulate with and it's very expensive, people just say, oh, let's skip it in my line. But that's why effectiveness depends on how advanced the manufacturing technologies they're using. I know everyone wants a $10 or $20 product, and when influencers, they put up on the screen, oh, my favorite Amazon picks or under $20 picks, and I do that with face oils because those can be extracted that way. When it comes to skincare, under $10 or $20, oftentimes they're not going to be able to include real stable concentrations of real ingredients with real packaging, shipping, and so on at that price level. You get what you pay for here. Now, what percentage of retinaldehyde should you look for in your products? Think of between 0.01% and 0.1%. That's what I see work the best. Mine is 0.1%, but of course there's a little trick here. You can always cut it with my Ultra Moisture if you wanted to decrease the strength of it. That works well, meaning you can add 50-50 of my Ultra Moisture with my Retinal A. That works fine, and then build up to the full strength Retinal A. Now keep in mind you need what to build collagen? vitamin C. So I add THD ascorbate. That's from Japan. It's one of the most potent and most stable and least irritating. You see the theme here? You don't want inflammation. It's the least irritating, most stable form of vitamin C. So I use THD ascorbate. I already aforementioned that L-ascorbic acid is not that stable. So be mindful of that. Some of you love having a complete product with everything in it, and some of you like to layer. You can still layer additional vitamin C's with products like this. Remember, keep it simple. Consistency wins your game. An all-in-one product, as long as it's a good formulation, is often better for most people because they'll stick with it. Now, where should you use it? Well, my clients use it on their face, their neck, their décolleté, the back of the hands. The nice part about retinaldehyde, it's gentle enough to be carefully used around the eyes, but avoid the upper eyelids and direct eye contact, of course. And remember, inflammation, when we talk about fat pad killing, inflammation's one of the factors that kills your fat pads, so you don't want high inflammation, redness, irritation, or a wind burn look. You're now going to want to watch this video, how to 3 times your retinol performance, and this one down here, and how to use red light to boost your mitochondria, to up your game of your fibroblasts, which build your collagen and elastin, keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.